Fans think of the most powerful wizard in the Harry Potter universe. Names like Dumbledore, Voldemort, or even Merlin come up. But there's one name that often gets overlooked despite having the makings of greatness, and that's Harry Potter. Yes, the boy who lived, the chosen one, right? The kid who survived a killing curse as a baby, that Harry Potter. But here's the thing, by all accounts, Harry should have become the most powerful wizard in the wizarding world. And today, we're going to deep dive into exactly why and how the story, the system, and even J.K. Rowling herself may have held that potential back. So, first off, let's start with the most significant magical events in the Wizarding world, which is the night Harry survived Voldemort's killing curse. Not only did he survive a curse that no one else had, but he did it as an infant. That wasn't luck or some freak accident. It was ancient primal magic, a sacrificial protection fueled by his mother's love. That alone should have awakened something massive in him. Not only was his soul tied to Voldemort's through the Horcrux connection, but his magical resilience was forged in blood magic and prophecy. And he essentially walked away from death itself, and not just once, but multiple times. Even the prophecy from Sybil Trelawney, right? It didn't just paint Harry as the chosen one by random, it set up a classic case of magical destiny. Harry was marked by faith. He was tied to Voldemort in ways beyond a simple good versus evil arc. The prophecy said itself, and either must die at the hand of the other, for neither can live while the other survives. And that wasn't just about killing Voldemort, but it hinted at a balance, at a kind of magical mirror. And Harry, by design, had the potential to be Voldemort's equal or better. And that's a really big thing because Voldemort is often said to be the most dangerous dark wizard in a century, right? Feared across the world. And if Harry was created by fate to stand toe to toe with him, then his magical ceiling had to be sky high. But did we ever get to see that full potential ever pan out? Because one of the biggest issues with how Harry Potter's power is portrayed is that he's rarely given the chance to fully train. Unlike Voldemort, who obsessively honed his skills in every dark art imaginable, Harry's magical education was interrupted by war, politics, and chaos. He spent his later years in school even in survival mode, not in advanced magical study, and yet he still accomplished crazy things. He resisted the Imperious Curse in his fourth year, something trained Aurors even struggle with. Produced a full Patronus at 13. And that is a feat most adult wizards can't even do. He taught a group of students, aka Dumbledore's army, how to duel, defend, and survive. He withstood mental attacks from Voldemort himself and even rejected possession by the Dark Lord in the Order of the Phoenix. He faced death and walked into it willingly in the Forbidden Forest, becoming a symbolic Christ figure of the Wizarding world and returning through the Deathly Hallows Resurrection Stone. No formal training, no secret masters, and no decades of research, just raw instinctive power and heart. And let's not forget the main key moment, right? Harry became the master of the Elder Wand. The most powerful wand in existence chose him. Not Dumbledore, not Voldemort. It chose Harry. And it didn't do that because of bloodlines or heritage. It did it because he disarmed Draco, who had unknowingly become the master of the wand. That wasn't just a fluke. It was a symbolic passing of the torch. The Elder Wand recognizes power, loyalty, and intent, and it chose Harry, someone who had no lust for dominance, no hunger for fame. That kind of purity coupled with power is what true mastery of magic should look like. In the wizarding world, right? Power is often equated with dark arts, flashy spells, and destruction. But Harry's true strength wasn't just magical, it was moral. He chose mercy when others would choose violence. He refused to kill or torture even when he had every reason to. He destroyed the Elder Wand instead of using it. In that sense, Harry represents a new type of power, the kind of anti-Baltimore, someone who was strong because of his restraint, because of his empathy, and because of his choices. And what if that is the most powerful kind of wizard there is? And even, right, even with all that, the series never lets Harry fully ascend. He doesn't become the Minister of Magic. He doesn't return to Hogwarts as a headmaster. He becomes a freaking Auror, which is fine, but it undersells his potential. And Cursed Child, he's weighed down, he's overwhelmed, and somewhat lost as a dad. And there's no sense that he grew into a magical Titan force. And that to me feels like a missed opportunity. Instead of allowing Harry to evolve into the Gandalf or Dumbledore figure of the next generation, the story sidelines his power. It's almost as if the series was afraid to let the boy who lived become the man who rose. So why should Harry have been the most powerful wizard? Because he had the origin. the magical potential, the destiny, and the moral compass to earn it. He survived death. He resisted evil. He led armies. He broke curses. He taught others. He mastered the freaking Deathly Hollows. And above all, he never let power corrupt him. And that in the Wizarding world, to me, is the ultimate kind of power. Harry didn't need a throne. He didn't need dark magic or immortality. He simply needed the chance to grow, to study, to become. And had he been given that, there's no doubt in my mind that he would have been the most powerful wizard to ever live. Now, if you like this deep dive, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Harry Potter lore, character breakdowns, and what ifs, etc. right here on the Loreverse. And please let me know your thoughts, right? Should Harry have become the most powerful wizard to ever live? Or was it better that he remained grounded? Hope you guys have a great day. I have fun talking about this topic, but I'll see you later. Peace out.